My mother-in-law wore a wedding dress to my wedding, so I had her escorted out. My name is Emma, and I'm 29 years old. 3 months ago, I married the love of my life, Daniel. It should have been the happiest day of my life. And honestly, despite everything that happened, it kind of was, because it was the day my husband finally chose me over his mother. This is the story of how my mother-in-law showed up to my wedding in a full bridal gown, complete with a veil and her own photographer, and how she got exactly what she deserved. But to really understand how insane this situation was, I need to tell you about Catherine, my monster-in-law. Meet Catherine, the mother-in-law from hell, Catherine Morrison. 56 years old, divorced for 15 years, and absolutely, completely obsessed with her only son, Daniel. I'm not using obsessed as hyperbole. I mean, she is genuinely, unhealthily fixated on him in a way that makes everyone uncomfortable. When Daniel and I started dating 4 years ago, the red flags were immediate. On our third date, Catherine called him 11 times. 11. During a 2-hour dinner. When he finally answered, because she kept calling, she was worried because he hadn't checked in with her. He was 31 years old. She had a key to his apartment and would let herself in without warning. I once stayed over on a Saturday morning, and she walked in at 7 a.m. with groceries to make him breakfast. She saw me there in his t-shirt and looked at me like I'd murdered her dog. Daniel doesn't like scrambled eggs that way, she told me later after making him breakfast while I sat there awkwardly. He prefers them with milk, not cream. I'll write down his preferences for you. She actually made me a list. A typed, laminated list of Daniel's favorite foods, his allergies, he has none, his preferred thermostat temperature, 72 degrees, and what time he likes to go to bed, 10 p.m. I should have run. I know that now. But I loved Daniel, and Daniel, for all his wonderful qualities, had been so conditioned by his mother that he couldn't see how abnormal her behavior was. The engagement, where it got worse when Daniel proposed at a restaurant, very sweet, very normal. The first thing he did after I said yes was call his mother. Not his dad. Not his best friend. His mother. She cried on the phone. Happy tears, I thought at first. But when we went to her house the next day to celebrate, she pulled me aside while Daniel was in the bathroom. You know he'll always need me, right? She said quietly. I'm his mother. That bond can never be broken. Whatever you two have, it's temporary compared to what we have. I stared at her. I'm going to be his wife. And I carried him in my body for 9 months. I gave him life. You're just the woman he's choosing right now. Right now. Like our marriage was a phase he'd grow out of. I told Daniel about the conversation.